Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and uncover a truth that honestly surprises almost everyone. If you ask a joint surgeon, someone who spent, say, over 25 years helping folks over 65 recover from painful knees and weak hips, they'll tell you something totally unexpected. The absolute most powerful joint protecting exercise out there, it actually isn't walking. Nope. Instead, there's a simple routine of movements you can do safely while literally lying in bed. And these movements rebuild your leg strength, boost circulation, and cut down stiffness, all with way less stress on your body. So let's challenge the old gold standard for a second. For decades, right, we've been told walking is the absolute best thing you can do for healthy aging. And yeah, for sure, it has huge benefits. But here's what people rarely hear. If your joints are already worn down, if you're dealing with arthritis, balance issues, or chronic knee pain, forcing yourself to just walk longer every single day can sometimes do more harm than good. It leaves you feeling sore, inflamed, and honestly super discouraged. Folks faithfully walk every morning trying to protect their bodies, only to end up with worsening joint pain that stops them from staying active altogether. There is a critical difference we need to understand here. On one side, we have the serious pitfalls of walking on already worn down joints, but on the other side, we've got a scientifically backed alternative. Orthopedic specialists and rehab experts highly recommend specific low-impact bed movements. Why? Because they activate the exact same major muscle groups that walking does, but with dramatically less joint pressure. It's like flipping a switch. They wake up weak muscles, get the blood flowing, and prep you to move confidently throughout your day, all from the comfort and safety of your mattress. Today, we're going to count down the 5 absolute best bed exercises for stronger legs and better balance. And I highly encourage you to stick around for number 1. We're saving the absolute most important movement for last. It's literally the exact same exercise physical therapists teach patients right after joint surgery to safely rebuild their strength before they're even allowed to take long walks. Starting off our countdown at number 5, the straight leg raise, the foundation. If you grabbed 100 rehab specialists and asked them for the single best bed exercise to wake up weak thighs, almost every single one would name this. Why? Because your quadriceps, the muscles on the front of your thighs, are basically your body's engine for standing up, climbing stairs, and crucially, catching your balance if you stumble. These muscles fade super fast as we age, which is why knees start to feel like they might buckle. This exercise targets those quads directly, with zero impact on the joint itself. So how do we do it? Lie flat with both legs extended. Bend one knee, putting that foot flat on the mattress. That bent leg is your anchor to protect your lower back. Now, before you lift your straight leg, you absolutely must tighten the muscle on top of that thigh by gently pulling your kneecap toward your hip. This pre-tightening is the medical secret to avoiding hip strain. Once it's tight, slowly raise the leg about 12 inches, hold it for 5 seconds, and lower it nice and slow. You'll want to aim for 8 to 10 lifts on each leg. But watch out for the common mistakes. The biggest ones are letting that straight knee bend or using momentum to just jerk the leg up. Actually, if you use momentum or let the knee bend, your quads stop working and the exercise completely loses its value. Keep that leg as straight as a board. That slow, controlled motion, that is exactly where the real strength is built. Let's move to number 4, ankle pumps, the circulation pump. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Ankle pumps? That sounds way too easy. But seriously, do not skip this one. They are the quiet engine making every other exercise on this list work better. When you've been lying down or sitting for hours, blood just pools in your lower legs. Your calf muscles are supposed to act like a pump, pushing that blood back up to your heart. When the pump goes quiet, your legs start feeling heavy, tingly, and weak. This simple motion switches that pump right back on. Lie flat with your legs straight. Slowly point your toes away from you for 2 seconds, like you're reaching for the foot of the bed. Then slowly flex them back towards your face for 2 seconds. To really nail this, consciously squeeze your calves as you point your toes, pretending you're pressing the ball of your foot into something firm. Aim for 15 to 20 repetitions, maybe even a few times a day. But the key word here is absolutely slow. Rushing turns this into just a meaningless little flick of the foot. You absolutely need the full, slow range of motion in both directions to flood those muscles with fresh blood. Once your circulation picks up with this exercise, everything else you do gets a massive boost. Coming in at number 3, the heel slide for real-life mobility. This is a gentle, flowing movement that rebuilds your hip and knee muscles while keeping you totally safe in bed. What makes this so incredibly valuable is how much it mirrors real life. It perfectly copies the exact bending pattern your body uses every single time you stand up from a chair, get out of a car, or take the stairs. You are literally practicing everyday mobility. Here's the setup. Lie flat on your back. Wearing socks or smooth pajamas really helps your heel glide over the sheets. Slowly slide your heel along the mattress toward your buttocks, bending the knee as you go. Bring it in as close as is comfortable, pause for 3 seconds, and slide it back down, taking about 4 seconds each way. This gentle bending keeps the knee joint moving and lubricated with zero weight-bearing impact. It's an absolute game changer for anyone dealing with arthritis.
Go for 10 to 12 slides per leg, but really watch your form here. You've got to keep that heel glued to the mattress the entire time. Do not let it lift off the bed. And again, no rushing. If you move too quickly and momentum takes over, your muscles aren't doing the actual work. Move slowly. And maybe even give a gentle squeeze to your thigh as you pull the heel up to get those quads engaged at the same time.
Moving on to number 2, the quad set for deep, invisible strength. So this might be the most shocking movement on the entire list because it's an exercise where you don't actually move a single joint. No lifting, no sliding, no bending. And yet, rehab specialists use it constantly, especially when folks are too weak or sore for anything else. We're talking about an isometric contraction. This means you tighten a muscle hard while the joint and your body stay completely still. It sounds totally counterintuitive, right? But here's the medical truth. When your legs are very weak, gentle movement doesn't fully wake up the deep muscle fibers responsible for real strength. A strong, stationary squeeze wakes up those deep muscle fibers way better.
Because there's zero joint motion, it is literally one of the safest exercises in existence for sensitive knees. You get deep strength without any joint friction. To do it, lie flat with your legs extended. Focus on just one leg at a time. Press the back of that knee firmly down into the mattress, like you're trying to flatten something underneath it. You will feel that big muscle on top of your thigh harden up. Hold that squeeze for a full 10 seconds. Make sure to breathe, then relax for 5 seconds and repeat.
The mistakes here are super subtle. First, a weak press gets weak results, so you have to press hard. Second, you gotta hold it for the full 10 seconds, even when it burns. The deepest, absolute best muscle activation happens right between seconds 5 and 10. And lastly, don't try to do both legs at once. Split them up so each side gets your absolute full focus. This invisible exercise is basically pure gold for knee stability.
And now, we've reached number 1. The glute bridge, the lower body engine.
This is the movement that pulls the whole shebang together. It fires up the most neglected yet powerful muscle group in older adults, your glutes. Physical therapists know your glutes are the engine of your entire lower body. They are quite literally your body's built-in fall prevention system. When they're weak, your knees, your hips, and your lower back are forced to overwork, taking on stress they just weren't designed for. But strengthen them, and suddenly, getting off a low chair or the toilet feels easy again. Lie on your back with both knees bent, feet flat on the mattress, hip-width apart. Squeeze your buttocks first, press firmly down through your heels, and slowly lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Hold for 5 seconds, then lower down.
Pay close attention here. The absolute golden rule is to lead with your glutes and squeeze them before you rise. If you feel this in your lower back, you're doing it wrong. Do not lift past that straight line. Arching higher only adds unnecessary stress to your spine. Also, keep your knees pointing straight ahead. Don't let them collapse inward. If you commit to this, you'll feel a profound difference in your daily stability.
When we bring all these concepts together, it's pretty amazing to see how these 5 medical movements fit together like a puzzle. The straight leg raise wakes up the foundation. Ankle pumps restore your circulation. Heel slides retrain everyday mobility. The quad set provides safe strength, and the glute bridge powers your entire lower body. Together, they target circulation, strength, mobility, and stability, the exact 4 pillars that decide whether you stay independent as you age. Now, here's the most encouraging part. You don't have to do all 5 of these every single day right from the start. As this quote beautifully puts it, consistency beats intensity every single time. 5 honest minutes a night, done regularly right in the comfort of your bed, will do far more for your mobility and joint health than some exhausting hour-long workout that leaves you sore and unable to keep up the routine. The old story that physical decline is inevitable or that getting weaker is just a guaranteed part of aging, that simply isn't the whole truth. Your legs are vastly more capable of rebuilding than you've been led to believe. So, I challenge you, which of these exercises are you going to try first tonight? Pick just one before you fall asleep, do it slowly and deliberately, and let your own legs surprise you. Thanks for joining me on this Xplainer, and I seriously can't wait to hear how these movements change your day-to-day life.